For decades, Bradley Walsh has been one of Britain's most familiar and comforting faces, an entertainer who could turn even the dullest weekday afternoon into a burst of laughter. With his quick wit, his unmistakable charm, and that mischievous grin that never seems to fade, Bradley has become a symbol of joy for millions. He's the kind of person people feel they know, even if they've only ever met him through a screen. But the past few weeks brought a reminder that even the brightest stars need rest. Even the funniest people can become tired. And even the most unstoppable personalities have moments when life gently, and sometimes not so gently, tells them to slow down. It all began after one of Bradley's busiest seasons ever. Back-to-back filming schedules, holiday specials, meetings, press appearances, script reviews, rehearsals, you name it, he was doing it. And while Bradley is famous for powering through long days with energy that puts younger people to shame, his family noticed something different this time. He seemed drained. He rubbed his temples more often. His jokes were still sharp, but the spark behind them flickered ever so slightly. Donna, his wife of over 25 years, had been watching closely. She knows Bradley better than anyone. She knows when he's being silly, when he's being dramatic, and when he's pretending to be fine. And this time, she could see it clearly. He wasn't resting the way he needed to. One evening, after another long stretch of work, Bradley grew unusually quiet at home. The jokes paused. The laughter softened. And he settled into the sofa with the kind of sigh that made Donna stop what she was doing instantly. "You," she said, pointing at him, gently but firmly, "are overdoing it." Bradley waved her off with a smile. "I'm just tired. I'll be fine in the morning. I always am." But the next morning told a different story. Instead of springing out of bed like he usually does, Bradley struggled to keep his balance. He felt dizzy, foggy, and completely wiped out. It wasn't dangerous, but it was serious enough to make Donna take charge, because if Bradley wouldn't slow himself down, she would. She insisted they go get him checked, and after a little playful arguing, "I'm not ill," he insisted, "I'm just horizontally inclined," she finally got him into the car. Even on the way there, Bradley tried cracking jokes, but they came out softer than usual. Sweet, but tired. Doctors confirmed exactly what Donna suspected. Bradley was severely exhausted and needed a proper break. Not a day, not a weekend, a real break. Rest, quiet, less work, more recovery. His body had been waving a warning flag for weeks, and now it was officially time to listen. Donna stayed beside him throughout the visit, holding his hand, rubbing his arm, and muttering loving but stern reminders like, "This is what happens when you ignore me," followed by, "And don't you dare start working again the second we get home." Bradley gave her a sheepish smile. "You worry too much," he teased softly. "And you don't worry enough," she replied, brushing a strand of hair from his forehead. The moment became unexpectedly tender, simple, gentle, and filled with quiet affection. The kind of moment that doesn't need dramatic music or grand declarations. Just two people who've built a life together, looking out for one another the way true partners do. Later, when their son Barney visited, he couldn't resist laughing. "Dad, you make shows about people staying calm under pressure. Maybe it's time you practice what you preach." Bradley tried to deliver a comeback, but Donna gave him a look that made him stop mid-sentence. A look that said, "Don't you even think about it. I have witnesses." While the situation wasn't life-threatening, the emotional weight of it all hit Donna deeply. Seeing her husband drained, overwhelmed, worn out, it stirred something protective and powerful inside her. She admitted to friends that it frightened her in a way she didn't expect. Not because anything terrible happened, but because it reminded her how much she loved him, how much he meant to her, and how easily he forgets to care for himself. In the days that followed, Bradley rested more than he had in years. He stayed home with Donna, spent quiet mornings reading instead of rushing,
and took walks instead of rehearsing lines. And he discovered something surprising. Slowing down wasn't as bad as he always claimed. Donna, meanwhile, took on the role of chief rest enforcer. She made sure he napped. She made sure he hydrated. And she made sure he didn't sneak off to check emails. And whenever he tried to open his laptop, she would appear out of nowhere with the uncanny timing of a magician saying, "Absolutely not." Their house became filled with a mixture of relaxation and playful banter. "You're enjoying this too much," Bradley said one afternoon from his cozy spot on the sofa. "Oh, I am," she admitted. "Someone has to protect you from yourself." And despite everything, their laughter, soft, light, loving, returned stronger than ever. Fans, upon hearing that Bradley was simply taking a needed break, flooded social media with messages of relief, support, and humor. Many joked that Donna must be armed with a list of rules longer than a shopping receipt. Others simply said they wanted Bradley to rest as much as possible because his happiness meant theirs too. As the weeks passed, Bradley began to regain his usual spark. Not the rushed, overworked spark that he'd been running on before, but something calmer, steadier, healthier. He even admitted to Donna one evening, "You were right." Donna tried not to look too triumphant, but it didn't work. "Of course I was," she said, sliding closer beside him. Their bond, already strong, seemed to grow even deeper through the whole experience, not because of fear or panic, but because of the reminder that true love isn't about dramatic moments. It's about showing up, supporting each other, and caring enough to say, "Stop, rest, I need you to take care of yourself." Now, as Bradley eases back into his routine, fans are cheering him on, grateful he's taking his health seriously, and thankful Donna was there to keep him grounded. And through it all, one thing shines brighter than anything else: the love between them, kind, steady, humorous, and real. The kind of love that reminds the world that even the funniest man on television needs someone who makes sure he is okay too.